You've probably heard about climate change, rising temperatures, melting ice caps. But what if I told you it's not just happening in faraway places, it's unfolding right here, right now, in ways that touch your daily life? In the past decade, the number of record-breaking heat waves has doubled. In 2022, Europe saw its hottest summer ever recorded. In India, schools closed for days as temperatures soared above 45 degrees Celsius. In the US, wildfires forced thousands to evacuate their homes. But the effects aren't always headline news. Sometimes they show up in the smallest details, like the sweat on your brow as you wait for a bus, or the hum of air conditioners running late into the night. It's already affecting you right now in ways you may not even realize. Take your electricity bill, for example. Maybe you've noticed it creeping higher each summer, as you run the air conditioner longer just to stay comfortable. Families are buying extra fans and sometimes even need to repair or replace overworked appliances. When a heat wave hits, power grids can get overloaded, leading to blackouts. Suddenly, you're spending more on backup generators or emergency repairs. And those unexpected spikes in your utility bill? That's climate change showing up right at your doorstep. Even small changes in temperature can mean big changes in your monthly expenses, and experts warn these trends are likely to continue as extreme weather becomes more common. Remember the 2021 Texas blackout? It wasn't caused by a heat wave but by a brutal winter storm that froze gas lines and power plants. That's climate change too unpredictable, dangerous, and affecting all sides of the weather spectrum. In Tokyo, families rushed to buy portable fans and ice packs as energy costs soared. For many, the choice became pay the bill or cut back on groceries. And it's not just about money. When the power goes out, food spoils in the fridge, medical devices stop working, life gets harder, especially for the elderly and those with health conditions. The impact stretches from your wallet to the air you breathe. Let's uncover how climate change is changing your life. In cities like Delhi, Los Angeles, and Beijing, air quality alerts are becoming routine. Children and seniors are told to stay indoors. Asthma inhaler sales have surged by 30% in some urban areas. You might not feel it, but your electricity bill does. Longer, hotter summers mean more air conditioning, more power consumption. Even in cooler countries, heat waves are becoming normal, and utility companies are updating their rates because they're burning more fossil fuel to meet demand. In the UK, 2023 saw the highest number of heat-related hospital admissions on record. In Australia, farmers lost entire crops to drought, driving up food prices for everyone. Ever noticed how many people around you are getting asthma or allergies lately? Climate change is making air quality worse, especially in cities. More pollen, more smog, more respiratory problems, and diseases like dengue are now spreading to places they never existed before. In Florida, doctors are seeing more cases of mosquito-borne illnesses. In Europe, allergy seasons are starting earlier and lasting longer. For millions, a simple walk outside now means itchy eyes, coughing, or worse. And then there are the hidden costs. Insurance premiums are rising for homes near rivers or coasts. Some families can't get coverage at all after a major storm. Others pay thousands more each year, just for peace of mind. In New Orleans, after Hurricane Ida, many residents found their homes uninsurable. In Australia, flood-prone communities are seeing insurance costs double or triple. Even grocery shopping is changing. Droughts and floods disrupt harvests, making food more expensive. In 2022, the price of wheat rose by 40% after heat waves hit major growing regions. Families are switching to cheaper foods, skipping fresh produce, or relying on food banks. These changes might seem small on their own, but together they add up. Climate change is not just a distant threat. It's a daily reality, shaping the world around you in ways you might never have imagined. The good news? By understanding these hidden impacts, you can start to prepare, adapt, and even help turn the tide. We'll explore how these changes cascade through your life, and what you can do about it. One year it floods, the next there's a drought. That's climate change, messing up weather patterns everywhere. In some neighborhoods, families are filling sandbags one month, then rationing water the next. In others, people line up at cooling centers to escape dangerous heat. Imagine waking up to find your street underwater, only to face cracked, dry lawns a few months later. In the Pacific Islands, entire villages are relocating as the ocean creeps closer. In the Arctic, communities are rebuilding homes on melting permafrost. These are not distant stories, they're happening right now, to people just like you. In cities around the world, cooling centers are opening their doors to help people escape record-breaking heat waves. Doctors treat more cases of heat stroke and dehydration every summer. In Tokyo, elderly residents are given free fans and water bottles. In New York, volunteers check on neighbors who live alone. These small acts save lives. Water is becoming precious. Many cities now face seasonal shortages. You may still have running water today, but for how long? In Cape Town, South Africa, residents once queued for hours at public taps. In California, families collect rainwater in barrels, hoping to stretch every drop. In India, children help carry water home from distant wells. Even in wealthy neighborhoods, lawns turn brown and car washes close early. Communities are responding with creative solutions. Some cities offer rebates for low-flow showerheads and toilets. Schools teach children how to conserve water. In Australia, neighbors share tips on drought-resistant gardening. Every drop counts. Climate change is showing up in your kitchen too. Crops like wheat, rice, and corn are sensitive to heat and rain patterns. When harvests fail, grocery store shelves empty out, and prices spike. In 2022, the price of wheat rose by 40% after heat waves hit major growing regions. A loaf of bread or a bag of rice can suddenly cost double. Families are switching to cheaper foods, skipping fresh produce or relying on food banks. Farmers are struggling to keep up. In India, some have lost entire crops to unseasonal rains. In the US, droughts have forced ranchers to sell off cattle. In Bangladesh, salt water from rising seas ruins rice paddies. These losses ripple through the food chain, affecting everyone. Less rainfall equals less yield equals higher prices. Your grocery bill is quietly screaming, climate change is here. In some places, local food initiatives are helping. Community gardens, rooftop farms, and farmers markets bring fresh produce closer to home, reducing the impact of global supply shocks. Living near a river or coast? Insurance premiums are skyrocketing or being denied altogether. After a major storm, some families find their homes uninsurable. Others pay thousands more each year just for peace of mind. In the US, flood insurance claims have doubled in the past decade. In Australia, some communities are building their own flood barriers to protect what matters most. Some communities are fighting back, building flood barriers, planting trees, and creating emergency plans. In the Netherlands, entire neighborhoods have been redesigned to float during floods. In Bangladesh, families raise their homes on stilts. In Miami, city planners are elevating roads and installing pumps to keep neighborhoods dry. Many families are being forced to leave their homes due to wildfires, droughts, or rising sea levels. Climate migration is real. In 2022, over 30 million people worldwide were displaced by weather disasters. Pacific Islanders are building new villages on higher ground. Arctic families are moving as the land beneath their homes melts away. Health is on the line too. Doctors are seeing more cases of heat stroke, asthma, and waterborne diseases. In Florida, hospitals prepare for surges in mosquito-borne illnesses. In Europe, allergy seasons are starting earlier and lasting longer. For millions, a simple walk outside now means itchy eyes, coughing, or worse. It's not just about what's around you, it's what's inside you too. There's a term for it, eco-anxiety. More people, especially young adults, feel helpless about the future of the planet. The constant news about disasters wears on the mind, but there is hope. Support groups and community organizations are helping people cope. In some cities, neighbors gather to plant community gardens, share resources, and talk about their fears. These connections make a difference. Across the world, people are adapting, harvesting rainwater, switching to drought-resistant crops, and supporting each other. In schools, children learn about climate change and how to take action. Every small step helps build resilience, one family, one neighborhood at a time. Climate change is personal. It touches your wallet, your home, your health, and your peace of mind. But by understanding the impact, you can be part of the solution. Start small, check on a neighbor during a heat wave, join a local food co-op, or plant a tree. Together we can adapt, support each other, and build a future filled with hope. The world you grew up in is not the same world you're living in now. Temperatures have already risen over 1 degree Celsius since pre-industrial times. But in the face of these changes, people everywhere are rising to the challenge. In Kenya, women-led groups are planting millions of trees, restoring forests and creating new jobs. In Denmark, entire cities are powered by wind energy, showing that a clean future is possible. But change is possible. Around the world, people are stepping up, turning concern into action. In Germany, entire neighborhoods have banded together to install solar panels on every rooftop, slashing their carbon footprint and saving money on energy bills. In Bangladesh, floating gardens help families grow food even when floods come. In California, communities are turning abandoned lots into thriving urban farms, bringing fresh produce to neighborhoods in need. You may not see Arctic ice melting, but you do feel the extra heat during summers and the changing seasons. In cities like Bogota, Colombia, car-free days encourage thousands to cycle, walk, or use public transport, cutting emissions and building healthier communities. In Seoul, South Korea, a polluted highway was transformed into a lush river park, giving wildlife and people a place to thrive again. In Morocco, the world's largest solar farm powers millions of homes with clean energy. You're not powerless. You can reduce your carbon footprint by switching to energy-efficient appliances and renewable energy. In your own home, small changes add up. Replace old light bulbs with LEDs, unplug devices when not in use, and insulate your windows. These steps save energy and money. Use public transport, reduce meat consumption, and support sustainable brands. Support local farmers by shopping at farmers markets or joining a community-supported agriculture program. In France, urban gardens on rooftops and balconies are bringing fresh food closer to home and reducing food miles. Across India, solar-powered microgrids are lighting up rural villages for the first time. In the Netherlands, bike highways make it easy for thousands to commute without cars. Most importantly, vote for policies that protect the environment. Change starts small, but it grows. Young people are leading the charge. Across the globe, youth climate marches are demanding bold action from leaders. In Sweden, Greta Thunberg inspired millions to strike for the climate, proving that one voice can spark a movement. In the Philippines, students organize coastal cleanups, removing tons of plastic from beaches. In Brazil, indigenous youth are defending the Amazon, protecting biodiversity for the whole planet. Every choice matters, every action counts. Technology is opening new doors. Engineers are developing carbon capture machines, electric vehicles, and biodegradable materials. In Kenya, solar-powered microgrids are bringing clean energy to rural villages, lighting up homes and schools. In Iceland, engineers are capturing carbon dioxide and storing it underground. In Australia, scientists are restoring coral reefs with innovative techniques giving new life to oceans. Climate change isn't just a distant threat, it's here, it's personal. But if it's affecting you, it also means you have the power to fight it. Around the world, countries are working together. The Paris Agreement unites nations in a shared goal: to limit global warming and protect our future. International cooperation is turning hope into action. In Rwanda, plastic bags are banned and the streets are clean. In New Zealand, the government has granted legal rights to rivers and forests, protecting nature as a living entity. The time to care is now. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and share this video. Let's create a future we're proud of. Remember, hope is contagious. When you take action, you inspire others, your family, your friends, your community. Together we can build a world that's cleaner, safer, and more just for everyone. Take action today. Share this video, start a conversation, and be the change our planet needs. Together, we can make a difference. Start a community project, join a local cleanup, or write to your leaders. Every step, no matter how small, helps build a movement for change. In summary, climate change is already shaping our daily lives, from the air we breathe to the food we eat and the communities we call home. But together, through awareness, action, and hope, we can create a better future for ourselves and generations to come. In summary, climate change is already shaping our daily lives, from the air we breathe to the food we eat and the communities we call home. But together, through awareness, action, and hope, we can create a better future for ourselves and generations to come.